available to your speakers in 2017. Only on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
So what's your number 2 guilty pleasure?
Let's go with...
Don't worry, my number 2 hits hard too as well.
I don't have them in order, so I'm just looking at them right now.
Like, I want this to be so bad, I'm gonna judge you for it.
Fuck. Okay. That's, I guess... Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh god.
Games.
Just all of them?
I'm just gonna put them in all together because...
Just Yu-Gi-Oh! Games? That's acceptable.
They're just like... Because like, the only difference between them is the card library, right?
Well, no, there's...
I know... I'm not counting those, like, you know, there's like spin-off games, like I don't know. Like, I'm
there's one on like PS1 where I think it's like a board game type of one. That might be PS2.
No, I'm not including those type of games. Just like an actual card game.
Okay. It's like not Duel of Fates. The Game Boy Advance one. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Eternal Duelist?
Yeah, something like that. I know what you're talking about.
The reason why I really enjoy it is because when I was growing up, I wasn't a Pokemon kid. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh kid. Yu-Gi-Oh was...
It's okay, you're only 15. We get it.
Yu-Gi-Oh was the card game I fucking fell in love with. I remember just always just playing at recess Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. And eventually when I got older, you know, the place Good New Books, I would always go over there for tournaments and stuff, and it was just, I was always have a blast. The reason why I really like the console games is because I feel like when I play them, I'm taking like a nostalgic trip back to my childhood. For example, one of the games I play a lot is the one on Steam. I can't remember off the top of my head, but basically it just like, the reason why I love it so much is because it goes through the anime and you kind of react these like historic duels in the anime.
This sounds terrible.
It's fucking awesome. Like I still play the game currently too, like just the card game and stuff. I've been off of it for a while, but like I don't know. I really like the first generation of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not a big fan of GX, 5Ds and whatever it goes on there. I just feel like the game at its peak was obviously when the 2005 era. I felt like that's when Yu-Gi-Oh was the bestest I've ever been. Now I feel like they're just adding all this shit, breaks the game, and then they're trying to fix it with other crap. I'm just give me like my basic simple mechanics, and I'll fucking love it.
Yeah, I actually enjoy the one Game Boy Advance one because we both bought copies, because I'm not going to reinvest in the actual card game. I played it in, like grade 9 or 10. That was probably like 2005. Maybe a little bit earlier. Whatever. Like first 3 sets. I'm one of those old guys that's like, oh, I played for the first 3 sets. It was the best. And I played like, I can't remember what they call tag team matches. Like 2 versus 2. Mm-hmm. Maybe they don't have, Magic calls it 2-headed giant. I don't know if Yu-Gi-Oh has a term. But I like did that a lot with a friend of mine. And I think in like 4th or 5th set, they just pushed out way too many strong, like 4-star creatures, where doing the trap setup was not nearly as effective. It killed the game for me. Because everyone just started playing beatdown decks and it was just like garbage.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But like the Game Boy Advance game that we're playing, it's kind of like, hey, I know like Dark Hole, Regeki, Trap Hole, Pot of Greed. And my personal... I don't think my favorite card is in the game, though. Hane. He flips, and you bounce a card. Yeah. And people are like, oh, well, Penguin Soldier bounces to... Fuck Penguin Soldier. Fuck. No, Hane. Hane's my guy. Wall of Illusion? Trump card right there.
Do you know what's like funny? The most broken card in the game right now, it's never coming off the ban list, is Pot of Greed. Draw 2 cards.
Yeah, so good.
It's so fucking good.
So fucking
and
good.
And it'll never come back.
But that's really all I got for like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like that Game Boy Advance game.
The closest thing they have to it is Pot of Desire, I think, which is banish top 10 cards of your deck, then draw 2.
Is banish like removed from game?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your number 2?
My number 2. I really didn't want to put this on the list, but I really thought about it. I had all of my guilty pleasures that I thought of off the top of my head, and I had them all written down, and I'm like, okay, what do I want to talk about? What do I don't want to talk about? But I ignored all that. I just made the list, and I was like, what do I fucking love? And it's like, if you were to pass me one of these games, I would mentally go, fuck yes, I can't wait to play this. But physically, like, poker face. A lot of people go on about the NES era for its collaboration between, like, Disney and Capcom. And they made, like, a lot of good games. Like, DuckTales is fantastic, Little Mermaid's okay, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 1 and 2 are amazing, and they have a bunch of others I'm not going to list. But I enjoy the games, but I hate Disney. I've always hated Disney. Separate topic altogether. But no one talks about the 3D platformers from the PlayStation 1 or N64. I fucking love them so much. I cannot get enough of them. When I finally got my PlayStation, I got mine like super late, like 98, 99, because I was mainly an N64 kid. But when I thought PlayStation, you don't think 3D adventure games. It's not its forte. You're like, oh, Crash isn't really 3D adventure. It's kind of like hallway driven, but like Spyro. And that's really it. And I'm like, man, I remember playing demos for... I got a list here, actually. Playing a demos for Monsters, Inc.'s Scream Team. I was like, this is a great 3D action adventure. I'm really enjoying this. I might be getting the Monsters, Inc. game wrong, because I think there's 2 or 3. But there's one that was like, this is pretty good. I'm enjoying this. And then I was borrowing a couple of loose discs from my friend, and one of them was Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and another one, Treasure Planet. And I still love those games. I hate Disney so much. I do not want to support them in any way, but fucking Christ, I love those games. And even recently, I tried Aladdin in Nasira's Revenge. I think it's pronounced Nasira's Revenge. I forget where I got it from. It's in my collection somewhere, and I put it in, and I'm like, oh, I really hope I hate this game. It's so good. It is so good. The jumping feels great. The collecting. There's like, every 100 you get a life, and there's a side collectible. I can't remember what, but it's like, it plays so good. It sounds so good. Like Aladdin on Genesis, everyone knows it's fucking great. And it's like, this is that level of quality on PS1 just as a 3D platformer. I fucking love Disney's 3D platformers during the 5th generation, with the exception of A Bug's Life. That one never clicked. Whether it's PS1 or N64, it's just boring. It's slow. It's monotonous. You're doing a lot of the same. Like, you only have like 2 actions: jump and like throw a pea or whatever the fuck he throws. I don't know what he throws. Like maybe a pellet. I don't know what it is, but it's not fun. It's just not fun. But like everything else that they did, obviously Toy Story 2. Jesus fucking Christ. Toy Story 2 might be my favorite Disney game of all time. And it's just good. Like, no one ever says anything bad about it. Listener, viewers, commenters, if you know someone that says something bad about Toy Story 2, get rid of them. You don't need that negativity in your life, okay?
It's shit.
You shut the fuck up.
It's fucking garbage.
This is my show now. You're gone.
You
I'm going to
filthy
one-man
trash.
this. But my second guilty pleasure is all of their 3D platformers from the 5th generation. I like Donald Duck Going Quackers is... Get ready. This is some big weight. Donald Duck and Going Quackers is my favorite Crash Bandicoot game. Mind blown. It's a Crash clone. I love it. It's got nothing but all the sustenance and none of the bullshit. Because in some of the Crash games, there's some like going underwater, using the jetpack levels. Those are never fun. Some of the later Crash games have you controlling like not like a mech, but like a power loader or whatever, and like Wrath of Court. Fuck all that. I just remember Going Quackers. It's just straight up platforming bliss. And I remember when I bought the N64 cartridge, because I was going for a full set, played it, I'm like, motherfucker, this is an excellent Crash Bandicoot game. And then I sat down, short time, maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, a really short time, beat the game, took an extra little bit of a time, 100% of the game. I'm like, this is my favorite Crash Bandicoot game.
You see that square shaped object right there with a handle on it?
That's a door.
Yeah,
Talking about the door?
Can you use it and just walk out?
You haven't played the game. You don't know.
I don't fucking care. It's no, man.
Going Quackers right here. right here. Going Quackers, yeah, that's the name of it. It also got a sequel, well, not sequel, remake on GameCube and PS2, maybe the Xbox, called, I think, Quack Attack. That might be the European name, though. But there's even like a GameCube PS2 version that's just the same. So it's like, dude, the N64 PS1 versions are already like the best ones for Crash Bandicoot games, and they just like refine those for GameCube and PS2. I haven't played them though, so I'm not sure if there's extra stuff or stuff was taken out. Can't verify that. But fucking like, yeah, there's that. Follow